spicy buffalo sauce meets classic chicken legs. You might just prefer these over buffalo wings. Today we are making smoked buffalo chicken drumsticks. You've most likely had buffalo wings where little pieces of chicken on little tiny bones are all tossed up in a bunch of buffalo sauce. Drumsticks are the leg of a chicken, so they have a lot more meat on the bone compared to chicken wings. Buffalo wings are great, but sometimes having a big old hunk of meat on a bone is even better. Are you ready? Let's get to smoking.
So the first step in today's video is we are gonna make a homemade seasoning for our chicken legs. We're gonna be using 1 tablespoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of black pepper, teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon of paprika, and a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne. So now we're gonna mix all of our seasonings together. And guys, it is really, really important that you get your seasoning very well incorporated. If you do not get your seasoning well incorporated, when you go to season your chicken, it's gonna taste like way overpowering of seasoning in one place than the other. So now we're just gonna take our chicken drumsticks. We're gonna get them out onto our paper towel and we're just gonna dry them off. So just go ahead and get each one of these dried off and then we'll be ready to season. Now we're gonna take our homemade seasoning and we're just gonna sprinkle this very generously all over our chicken leg. Wanna make sure you get everything nice and coated, kind of pat this in while you do it. Get this nice and seasoned up. This seasoning that I'm making right here is gonna add a beautiful crust and a beautiful flavor on our chicken. So just continue to season up all of your chicken legs. And if you guys have some sort of shaker bottle, maybe use a barbecue rub and when you run out, you just wash it out and keep it. That's perfect to keep on hand when you make your own little rubs to apply to chicken or whatever it is that you're gonna be smoking or cooking. So we're just gonna go ahead and try to get as even as a coat as we possibly can on all of our chicken legs. We're just gonna be patting this in to kind of make sure that it's sticking to our legs. Just go ahead and finish up the rest of your seasoning. Then, once you're done with your seasoning and you have everything coated up really nice and good, we'll be ready to move on to the next step. So now that we have our seasoning made and we seasoned up our chicken legs, it is time to go outside and fire up our smoker. Today at my Pit Boss Austin XL, I'm gonna be using the Competition Blend pellets. So we're gonna go ahead and fill up our hopper. Then we're gonna get the smoker cranked up to 250 degrees. And when you first start off, a pellet grill lets out a lot of dirty smoke, so I like to open the lid when that happens. And then I kind of just fan all of that out. Once all the dirty smoke is gone, we're gonna go ahead and shut down our lid and let the smoker come up to 250 degrees. Then we're gonna get these pieces of chicken on there.
All right, you guys, it's time to get these bad boys on the smoker. They smell super good, super delicious, so let's get it in some smoke. Let's open up our Pit Boss, and we're just gonna go ahead and lay these on here today. Just go ahead, we're just gonna be laying these bad boys all on here today. No real rhyme or reason. We just want to plop these on here. And I'm going to put this one actually over here because this is the hot side of my smoker and this is the cold side. So I'm going to put the big pieces kind of over here and kind of, you know, just make it nice and even. So now let's go ahead and get this shut down. So I'm gonna go ahead and smoke these at 250 degrees for probably about 1 hour. And then I'm thinking I'm gonna crank up the temperature because I also wanna get a nice crispy skin, but I wanna start it off low and slow to get some nice smoke in it. We'll come out at the 1 hour mark. We'll check the internal temperature. We'll see where it's at. Maybe I'll let it finish out at 250. I'm not sure yet. I'm also kind of judging this around my kids' nap time because my life is crazy. I work a more than full-time job and I also do 2 YouTube videos a week and I have a family and my life is nuts. So a lot of my videos, really, the way that I smoke things to try to get them to finish is more based around my kids' naps than any science. So when I start something at 250 and I crank up the temperature at the end, sometimes it's just to finish it off 30 minutes faster. So for you guys at home, if you want to get more smoke in this, you can smoke these at 200 for 2 hours and then crank up the temperature. You could smoke it at 250 for an hour, crank up the temperature. By cranking up the temperature, you're getting a more crispy skin. I hope that I'll be a good guide for you in this video. So now that we got these on here, it's a perfect time to start our buffalo sauce. So let's go inside and do that. So for our homemade buffalo sauce, we're gonna be adding in 1 cup of Frank's Red Hots and about 3.5 tablespoons of butter. So now that you got your butter in your hot sauce and your heat's on, you just kind of want to stir this around a little bit, help that butter kind of get incorporated into this hot sauce. Now that our butter's all melted down, starting to simmer a little bit, we just want to keep stirring this in, and I'm going to go ahead and pop it with a little bit of garlic powder. Garlic powder is going to add a nice little bit of flavor in here. So we just want to let this happen for I would say about a good 2 minutes or so. And then we're gonna let it cool, come down a little bit, and we're gonna toss our drumsticks in the sauce. So now we have our buffalo sauce made. It's time to do our check. This is actually not the hour mark. This is actually at 1 hour and 15 minutes at 250 degrees. Let's go ahead and see the internal temperature and see where we're at. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and poke this guy right here and see where we're at. And look at that, we're right up there where we wanna be. About 168 there. That one's at about 173. Go with this one over here. It's at 174. I think we're almost good to come off. I am gonna let these go for maybe about another 10 more minutes. Yeah, another 10 minutes and we should be good. So as you guys saw, those are past 165 degrees. They're fully safe to eat. But what I like to do is I like to bring them up in between 175 to 185. With the dark meat of chicken, it gets more tender and juicy at that range. So as you saw, that was at about 170. I'm gonna let this go just another 10, 15 minutes. I'm just gonna do it blindly. I'm not gonna come back out and check the temperature. I'm just gonna pull it off and we'll be ready to dunk them in sauce and give them a try. So stay tuned, we're almost done. You get to see the final product here in a minute. All right, you guys, we are back inside now. Total, this took about 90 minutes at 250 degrees. These smell absolutely delicious. I cannot wait to dig into them. Before we do, let's do a quick recap of what it was that I did today. I took these drumsticks out of the package, I patted them dry, then we made our homemade seasoning. After we made the homemade seasoning, we sprinkled it all over these legs. Then we went ahead and filled up our hopper with pellets. We preheated our smoker to 250 degrees. We let out that dirty smoke, then we shut it down, let it come up to the right temperature. Then we threw these bad boys on there. We checked them at the 1 hour and 15 minute mark. We let them ride out for the last 15 minutes. At that point, I know that it was good and ready. And while all that was happening, we were inside here making our buffalo sauce, which is really simple to make. I just use 1 cup of hot sauce to about 3 to 4 tablespoons of butter. And then I just recently started adding in a little bit of garlic. I've seen a lot of other people do it. I think it adds a lot of great flavor. So now that we are completely done, I want to go ahead and just pick up this little guy and I want to take a bite of it just by itself to see how it turned out before we add on the buffalo sauce. I just want to say, guys, I think this turned out absolutely great. The seasoning is stuck on here. The skin looks nice and crispy. I'm sure it's gonna be nice and tender. Only one way to find out. Let's take a bite. I killed it, man. I killed it. This is how you know you got good skin, because when I take a bite into this, it actually came off where it was supposed to. When you have soggy skin, it'll just like peel it all off. As you see, I can't really peel it all off. It's kind of stuck on there. It's nice and crispy. This is good chicken. If you make this, people will be happy. I would love to keep eating this, but we have to dip them in buffalo now. So let's go ahead and do that. So here we have our homemade buffalo sauce, then we have our chicken, then we have our ranch. We're just gonna dunk her in, spin it around real nice. Ooh, yes, look at this. This is how you do it. I want the whole entire thing drenched in here. Look at the color that we have on this. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to buffalo chicken. All right, guys, the moment of truth. We're gonna find out how I did. And just wanted to tell you guys before I take a bite of this, the chicken was already kind of spicy because I had that cayenne in there, some of that paprika, some of those spices. So if you wanted a nice dry rub chicken that's spicy, you could just use this recipe too. If it's too spicy, you could use 1/8 a teaspoon of cayenne, all that, adjust it how you want it. I'll shut up. I know you guys don't wanna hear me talk. You wanna see me eat the chicken. So I'll eat the chicken. Here we go. This is stupid. It's so stupid. Okay, only one thing left to do. We need some ranch. Let's get some ranch on there. If you're a fan of buffalo chicken, if you're a fan of chicken, if you're a fan of Buffalo Bills, sorry. If you're a fan of buffalo sauce, you're cool. But dude, this is, I don't know what this is. This is chicken, dude. But please do not follow my exact times. You guys need to get a good thermometer. I have links down in the description that you could use. Because if you have bigger pieces or smaller pieces, or if your pieces are, you know, more room temperature than mine, or if they're colder than mine, you might have a different cook time, and I wouldn't want to steer you guys wrong. So you guys need to have a good thermometer to use to make sure you get the right internal temperatures. Please give this a try. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, Go knock on your neighbor's door and tell them to like the video and to share it with their friends. You don't have to share it with your friends today. Have your neighbors share it with their friends. Or you can make this food and share it with your neighbor's friends. You can do whatever you want. It's a free country. It's America, dude. Salute to all the troops, man. America. I get to make chicken on a camera and make a little money for it. Probably enough money to maybe cover the cost of the chicken. I'm rich, guys. So I'm just messing around. I'm having fun. I'm having fun with my chicken. All right. Hope you guys have a great day, night, whatever time it is when you see this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Put some sauce on me just for you. Peace.